Hey curl friends, it is me, Laura Marie Smith. I am here today to give you a updated routine video of some of the products I like to use to style my hair. Right now I'm using just 3 products, guys, just 3. So I like to use a leave-in, a curl enhancer, and then some kind of like gel or custard. And right now I just have some gel. So let me show you some of the products that I'm using. Right now my hair has been washed and it has had a deep condition treatment in it, and I just rinsed it. It is still dripping wet. That's why I have this shirt on, just to help with some of it. So today what I'm going to be using is this Shea Moisture Jamaican Black Castor Oil Leave-In Condition. It is amazing. It makes my hair super soft. Then I'm going to mix it with the Cantu Curl Activating Cream. This is only the first one that I've used. I really like it, but I'm going to try a different curl enhancer and see if I find one that I like better. And then for my custard, I am using the Kinky Curling Custard, which makes my hair very moisturized. I really like this custard, and it's just a little bit of it's a little bitty bottle, but honestly, it lasts me a pretty long time. So first thing I like to do is my leave-in condition. I wanted to show you what this looked like. So it is super runny, so be very careful with it. It'll just run right out. I like to mix my leave-in conditioner with my activating cream, and what I like to do is section out my hair. So I'm going to do the bottom half first. And like I said, I like to apply all my products on my hair when they're soaking wet. That's the best way to apply your products. Okay, so I like to add a little bit of cream, activating cream, and then with this I just kind of like dip my fingers in and get some out. Okay, mix them together, and then I like to just go through my hair with it. Make sure that your hair is really coated and that it's getting that like nice silky seaweed feeling. If not, then you just want to run your fingers a little bit more through your hair. If it's frizzy, you want to take some, just like smooth it on, and you'll get some nice little curls. You can kind of even finger coil them, but you just keep running your hands through it. And then I like to use the praying hands method, where you put your hair between your hands and you smooth it down. This will also help if you like your hair a little chunkier in the curls. And sometimes I squish a little. I don't squish quite yet. So, got a little section done. We're going to do another section. I don't do too many sections. I just do like 3, maybe 4. Okay. And if your hair gets a little dry, sometimes my bangs get a little dry, I just add a little bit more water. Alright, so same thing. Add some, sorry guys, add some curl activator, add some leave-in, mix them together. I mix them together only because I'm too lazy to apply everything twice. So I just mix them together. Alright, so smooth it in, make sure it gets everywhere. I'm not getting it on my scalp. I'm getting it pretty close though, just so I know that my hair is coated, but I'm not actually getting it, I'm not running it on my scalp. That will make your head really itchy. And up here doesn't feel like it's got quite much product, so I'm just going to dip my hands in just a little bit. And you just want to always make sure that your hair is really coated. And then smooth it on. I find that the activating cream, just like the curl enhancer, really just gives my curls that extra oomph. It's been really nice having it. So, I also just wanted to state that I don't have specific products that I really use. I use all sorts of products throughout all the time. So, what I do use, I found my routine, and then I just change out the products but use them the same way. So if I'm going to use just conditioner, that's fine. Mix some conditioner and then either use an activating cream or not use one. That's kind of up to you. But I just replace the stuff, but I try all new products all the time. So I don't really have a set one. Right now, this leave-in condish is my favorite. All right. Couple more. Okay, so some more cream. Now, I also want to state that this may look like a lot of product, but I do only add this product on one day, on wash day. I don't really refresh. I don't necessarily need to on day 2, sometimes on day 3, and when I do, it's just a little bit. I don't coat my head. I don't coat my... It's not super wet when I apply anything on, and I use just a tiny bit of some more leave-in condish for maybe some of the frizzies. But really make sure that your hair is really coated. Especially kind of in the back. And if you feel like you have frizzies, like I said, you can continue to kind of finger comb it through till it's smooth and like seaweed-like, or you can kind of just do one strand at a time. Make it nice and smooth. All right. And make sure you get the back of your head really good. Not just the sides and the front. Sometimes I miss that. All right. And I just use my fingers. I'm going to use a wide tooth comb here in a minute, just for kind of like those the bangs. All right, on to the bangs. So, same thing. We're going to use a little activating cream, a little bit of leave-in, mix them together, and I just apply it on. So you can kind of see like the product that's in my hair. To me, this is fine. I'll do a little bit of scrunching, but it's just like soaking into my hair. Once I dry it, I don't notice the product. It's not white, it's not flaky. It looks like that just when I'm applying my product. All right, so sometimes what I like to do, then just kind of take my wide tooth comb and I'll run them through just kind of on my bangs, just so that they don't get a little wonky. Sometimes they get a little wonky. All right. Okay, so right now, all I did was I added my activating cream and my leave-in condish. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip my head upside down and I'm going to do a bunch of scrunching. Scrunching is what helps your curls. So we're going to do this. And I'm just going to use my hands. So you're just going to flip your head over. Let me move this down. All right, so flip your head over. And you just all right. And we're just going to scrunch. So you kind of hear how it's all squishy. That's okay. That's what you want. So I just keep scrunching. And I have a towel here on the floor to help catch all the water that I'm scrunching out. If you feel maybe you have some frizzies, you just run your hands through them. I'll smooth it out with the praying hands. And then I like to scrunch. So I do both. I use the scrunching and the praying hands. I like to get big chunks and the little chunks. But the praying hands is nice because it helps smooth the product on your hair evenly. And make sure you get the back of your head, so you kind of just scrunch up this way. Sides. Alright, so I've done the scrunching. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take either a t-shirt, is normally what I use, but today I have a little microfiber towel that I'm going to use, and I'm going to use it, and I'm going to scrunch my hair the same way, but the microfiber towel is going to help get all of the excess water out of my hair. And I just have this one. Or just use a t-shirt. I use a t-shirt all the time. I just happen to have this one that's clean. So, just take it, and you just kind of scrunch. It's also going to take out some extra product that you have in your hair that your hair doesn't need. I don't go too crazy with the microfiber towel because sometimes I feel like it gives me a little bit of frizz. Alright, so right now I have the curl cream in my hair plus my leave-in condition, and now I'm going to add my custard. I like to apply my custard or gel, whichever one you want to use. I like to apply it after I scrunch out some of the excess water. What happens for me is I feel like all the hold that the gel is giving me is going out on the towel, so I just like to use it last. And because I've already scrunched and stuff with my hair, I'm not going to run my hands back through my curls, okay? I'm just going to add my gel using the praying hands method. And I use, I don't know, definitely not as much custard as I would gel, but I do use quite a bit. My hair is really thick and long, and it's going to be more of just a personal preference. You're going to have to just kind of feel and make sure that your hair's coated. So, I have it on, flip my head over. I like to do the bottom and kind of get that. And I'm just smoothing and kind of gliding. And then I'll go into the praying hands and apply product, getting a little bit more. A little bit more, and I just like to make sure it's all coated. This custard really helps give it a nice hold for me, like the gel. Alright, so after I get all the custard in, then I'm going to scrunch. Okay? Just like we did earlier. Scrunch. Get the sides. Okay, so if you find some frizzies, like I said, just kind of glide your hands over them. You can add, dip your fingers in, get a little bit of product on it. And then the last thing that I like to do before I go is I get just a tiny bit more of the product. And when I flip my head over, I like to just glide it over the top. Maybe you found some that didn't. But I like to just kind of glide it over the top so that way it helps with a little bit of the frizz when I'm drying my hair. Okay, you can still do some scrunching. And praying hands. Like I said, I like to do them both. Alright guys, well, that is how I apply my products. Right now I am going to go diffuse my hair. I like to diffuse my hair on a low speed and on like a low medium heat. I kind of fluctuate. I'll go from a cold heat to a low heat. I never do hot heat. I never do on high. That's all going to be a personal preference for everyone. If you're going to get more frizz, if you're not going to get frizz. Some people like to turn the blow dryer on and off as you're diffusing. So you diffuse a section and then you kind of let it down. You diffuse a section and then you kind of let it down. It's going to be all just like a preference. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little video of how I apply these new products. I will show you some pictures as soon as I get done with the diffusion.